Listen, if talking about God ain't for you, then this video ain't gonna be for you. But if you're watching this and you're ready to understand the God within you, then this video is no coincidence that you came here. It's 2020, you guys. Like I've been saying in all my videos, it's 2020, the vision. Not the vision of what you're going to create, the vision of what you're going to create within. Who are you? Today's video is going to be all about the God within you and reparenting yourself. Yes. Why is that so crucial in 2020? Because we are learning to heal. We are learning to wake up, and we are learning things that our parents didn't teach us, that they don't even know, that's going to help us on our ascension process. So stay tuned to the very end, because this is going to be the video that you come back to fully understand why you stepped into your power. Let's get it. What is up, you guys? As you can tell, it's a good motherfucking day. It is a Sunday. Yes, I do my videos all in one day to prepare themselves so you guys can have them for the week. Other than that, welcome back, Awakened Ones. If you're new to this channel, welcome. So grateful to have you here, and thank you for trusting me on your spiritual journey. My name is Brittany Fontanez, and what I do on my channel, I speak about spirituality, self-development, esoteric content, all that good cosmic wisdom to simplify your spiritual journey, and mostly emotional awareness, which is key and very important for this vital time in life right now, especially in 2020. But if you're already watching this video, you might as well hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and it's one of those days where I just talk so fast, I'm so excited. But after you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button. After you subscribe, see what I mean? I'm so excited. But lastly, follow me on Instagram, as I post daily for good shit, real shit, deep shit, to simplify your spiritual journey so you can walk on your journey with more enlightenment and unconditional love for who you are and for who you are meant to be. Awakened Ones. In all my videos, I keep saying it's 2020. What does that mean? Think about it. 2020, the vision. Think about this. Everything that's happening on the planet right now, no one understands. That's why they're living in fear. But the ones like you and I, we have awakened. We have actually got our asses out of bed. We are actually doing the inner work. We're starting to realize, sorry you guys, there's mad cars here, but it's a beautiful day. I couldn't help it. But you know now that is a crucial time to start stepping into your power. It is a crucial time to choose love. And here is why. Because we're starting to realize that divine lives within us. We're starting to realize that the power is within us all along. The answers we have been seeking have been within us all along. Those who live in fear do not understand the plan God has for this entire existence of the planet. Not just this planet, the whole motherfucking universe. And here's the thing. There's a plan taking place that we cannot see. The same way where you plant a seed, you can't see how it grows. That is what the vibrational world is doing right now. We live in a holographic world that is unseen, that creates the physical world by only matters of vibration. Isn't that nuts? If you put like someone's DNA or atom under a microscope, guarantee you the closer you look, you will find nothing. Because here is why. Not only we're energy, not only we're vibrational, we're actually nothing created itself into something. That's how powerful God is. So think about this. If God's that powerful, don't you think there's a plan taking place? Don't you think everything that's happening right now is a blessing in disguise? Now here's the thing. Don't you think if the world's changing, you're changing too? Since your energy and everything is energy? Let's get even more deeper. Now I'm going to let you guys know right here and now. If you are religious, or if you're someone who takes things personally, this video is not going to be for you. But if you're ready to step into your power, if you're ready to understand why you exist right here, right now, then this video is for you. But other than that, no bad mouthing, nothing bad in the comments. I do not advise, as this channel is just for love, it's just for truth, it's just to awaken people to understand their power inside. If you are not up for that, please do not ruin it for everyone else. Just please leave. But other than that, if you are religious, if you have a certain perspective that you believe in that's completely different than everyone else, then please bear with me. This has nothing to offend you, just giving a different observation from a different perspective. Okay, religion. Look at religion very closely. They say fear God. All my life, since at a very young age, I was been forced to go to church from, I would say, about age maybe 10 to, let's say, I'm trying to think, maybe 16 or 17. Yeah, being forced every Sunday to go to church, being yelled at, being ridiculed, just to go to a place that we call the temple, knowing that we are the temple. But let me not jump ahead. Let me get right into this. Think about this. When I went to church and they talked about fearing God, I was just mind blown. And here's another thing that made me more mind blown. My stepfather, being all Christian and religious, I'm not shunning anyone's religion. I don't hate on anyone who believes in religion. I'm just saying it's not for me, because I believe people who believe in religion fear hell. And those who are into spirituality already been to hell. But let me get back to my point. When listening to this, I remember my stepfather telling me, he's like, you can't have faith. Only God can have faith. And I'm like, wait, what? What? I was so freaking confused. I'm like, and now being on my journey today, I'm starting to realize how bogus that sounds. How bogus is it to be fearful of the creator that created you? How bogus is it to be fearful of the creator that created you out of love, that created everything out of love? That blew my mind to hear that. Like, I'm gonna fear the being that created me? Think about that for a second. How does that sound? That sounds weird. That sounds crazy. And here's the thing, I'm gonna get more in deep. We think we fear the devil, but yet the devil's all around us. We watch nothing. There's so many more scary movies now than there are comedies. There's more war than anything than peace. There's nothing but negativity on the news than positivity. You guys, I'm just bringing awareness to this. We think we're fearing the darkness, but we live in it. We're already living in hell. But this is what I want to convey to you. You are a God within. And what do I mean by that? If the creator that created the universe, that created the moon, the sun, the stars, the animals, the planets, the insects, the land, the oceans, it thought it needed one of you. Don't you think the power of the creator lies within you if it created you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We all want to praise a God that's outside of us, knowing that we are the temple, knowing that our minds are the palace, our hearts are the keys. We want to believe in this being outside of us, believing that it create miracles, believing that it create anything possible. Don't you think it gave us the same resources within to create that for ourselves? Pause for effect. Yes, this is some real things we really got to contemplate now, because it's a perfect time to really question why everything is happening in life and why you feel the way that you do and why everything is happening the way that it is. You guys, it is just vital to know the power that lies within you, because we have been lied to, saying that we only could have 10% capacity of our brain. Oh, saying that the sun is bad, or you get my point. We have been given our power away. That's why we try so hard to control, because we feel like we are out of control. In order to understand the God within you, you have to realize that everything outside of you is the matrix. It's not here to help you thrive. But here's the thing. You ever seen the movie The Matrix? when they actually show the matrix. Just a bunch of binary codes. That's how frequency is. Here's the beautiful thing. When you know you're on your spiritual journey, and you know God lives within you, the true temple, you will understand that you know you have the power to go into the matrix and create your own vibrational binary codes for you to actually create the reality that you feel is beneficial for you and for the collective. That's how manifesting works. That's how a plant grows. It grows in the darkness, and then it sprouts to its full perfection in the seen world. You guys, when you realize within is where God lies, you would never need to seek anything outside of you. You would never need to be codependent on the government. You would never need to care about a job. You would never need to worry anymore. Because you gotta understand, God's peace, God's love, God's unity. God is literally the opposite of everything that's happening on this planet right now. And yet we're still choosing that fear. We're still choosing that darkness. And we think we're fearful of it, but we run to it. We're really running away from our light. And this is where the reparenting comes in. Why is reparenting yourself so important right now? Because since we have been lied to for so many years about saying that a building is God, religion is this, that is the right thing, society this, get a job that, believing in all of this, we created our own false identity to the point we have forgotten the power within. We have forgotten ourselves. We have forgotten who we are. And because of this, our parents have taught us the same thing. And this is why we haven't found a way to cultivate a new path for us to follow that is in harmony with what feels right to us. And now is the time to really, I'm gonna say this, you gotta destroy the old version of yourself. You have to bury that version because it's not gonna benefit you now. That is not the God within you. That is not the full expression of your true authenticity. The true expression of your real authenticity is what you're going to create for yourself. What is your self-image? Not the image your parents have, not the image or the label of your job or the label of the car you have or the label of how much money you have. Who are you really? That's what I'm asking. Understand this. God is never checking your bank account. God is always checking your faith. Who are you? Without the money, without the relationship, without the car, the job, without the life you have, who are you? That is so vital right now. And the crazy thing is we have to reparent ourselves, meaning that we have to give ourselves that guidance, that love that our parents couldn't give us. Because sadly to say, most adults right now are grown looking, but they're children with inside. Sadly to say. And sadly to say, I have parents who are like that too. And now I have to reparent myself. And how do I do this so I can share with you guys, so you guys can help yourself? Shadow work. Shadow work. It's all about assisting that inner child that had all those traumas and those wounds that created that identity. Understand your inner child created an identity that created its own enemy, which is the ego, to go against you. When the inner child only does that because it's not given attention to resolve that hurt, that pain, and that's why it keeps attacking you. Why do you think you have to run to your temptations? Why do you think you have to drink, you have to smoke to avoid what you feel? Is because that inner child is being ignored, and that's why we keep going throughout life with the same pattern of pain and paradigms, because we haven't healed that little inner child within. Just real shit right there. But when you go within and you realize that little child that went through everything that you went through, and you go with her or him and you say it's not your fault, and you say everything's okay, and you actually want to do the inner work to heal yourself so you don't have to feel any burden in your alignment, that's the work we have to do right now. We have to go within and tell ourselves what our parents didn't tell us. We have to go within and be real with the things our parents couldn't be real with us. Sadly to say, we are the way we are because of what we have been taught. And now we have to undo those things to teach ourselves a new way to be that is going to be beneficial for our well-being, but it's also going to make us happy, and it's also going to make us feel worthy of existing. That's important. Most people don't feel worthy because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are because they don't want to get to know thyself. Because it's so painful, because we still are that little child that went through that pain, and we hold on to it, and that's why we continue to create the same things, because we haven't healed from what caused that pain to create the same thing. So when you go within, when you do that shadow work, when you do mirror work, when you can look in the mirror and not be fearful of the shadow within that mirror, when you're not fearful of your shadows, of your demons, and you go within yourself and have compassion and forgive yourself for everything that you believed in, I guarantee you would never be fearful, because you would choose love. You would choose light. You would choose to want to shine the light on the false faucets in your mind that are dark. And here's a beautiful thing. When you want and choose change, everything divinely starts working in your favor. But when you start to see the power that lies within you by standing up for yourself, by having integrity, by knowing your ground, by realizing that you have a right to say and speak and feel and do whatever you please, because this is your life. When you realize this, you will realize that you are your own God. You will realize that, oh, me taking responsibility for my life means that I have the power to create it. And that's all God wants for us. God wants us not only to succeed, everyone has their own perspective of success, but God wants us to feel whole, complete, and loved, because that is our natural frequency. Everything that we have been taught, we have been taught. It is not who we are. Who we are is what we believe in, our beliefs, our perspective of life. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep saying this. We walk in our own shoes. We feel our own heartbeat, and we operate our own minds. No one else does. Why give your power away when you're the only one who feels yourself? And why run away from yourself when yourself is the only person that's going to save you? Listen, you guys, I'm going to be real with you. I've been my own enemy for so many years. When I looked in the mirror, all I saw was the devil. I was terrified of my demons. I was terrified of my ghosts, that I made such awful decisions. And I've been through awful situations. But what made me want to change, well, I drove myself down to self-destruction. And sad thing is, you got to let people destroy themselves in order to realize that they're their own problem. And that's what I did. I started to realize I was my own problem. I started to stop feeling bad for myself. I started to be honest. I started to be that mother and that father within me and saying, listen, you have to get up. You have the power to do what you want. It was literally like God. And I don't believe God's a man or a woman. I believe God is a divine and a feminine energy, like mom and dad. When I started to feel God, mom and dad, within me, I felt my higher self merge with me. And then I felt my inner child wanting to heal. Then I felt my mind come to peace. And I felt my heart starting to open. Then I started to realize I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want to be like anyone else. I don't want to believe in what I used to believe in. You guys, this is so powerful when you contemplate your life, when you question yourself, when you start to forgive yourself, when you start to saying enough of the self-hatred and start giving self-love, when you start saying, you know what, I used to really beat myself up for this, let me switch it up and have compassion for it. When you start to implement new ways of being and acting, I guarantee you your life is going to change, but it starts with us. I guarantee you when you do this work, you're going to start seeing the light that shines within you. You're going to start seeing the God that lies within you. And that is the whole point of this ascension. To be a better person, to be your divine self that is of light, that is meant to shine upon this world. So you reparent yourself by realizing you have the power to create your own beliefs. You have the power to do and be and have whatever you fucking want without realizing you're not being judged. God's not judging you. you're just judging yourself, and you're listening to other people that believe in judgment. God never judge. God just loves. God never judge. God just loves. Judgment is hatred. God's not hatred. Sad to say, only man created hate. Man created hate. Just being real. Choose love instead of fear, my friends. That's how you see the God within you. And also, I'm actually going to do an extended video of reparenting, how to reparent yourself during 2020. Let me know if you guys want to see that video. I would definitely do something on that. Put your comments in the comment section. But other than that, Awakened Ones, I really hope this video assisted you. If it did, please let it be the video that you continue to come back to realize that you are God within and you have the power not only to create, but you have control over your existence. Please remember that. Remember who the fuck you are. And if you don't know who you are, figure that shit out. And remain true to it. Because when you can never disappoint yourself. But other than that, Awakened Ones, if you feel that's going to assist other people, please share it. This is for the collective. This channel is all about assisting each other so we can all rise during this ascension and we can all create a new earth, which is of love, not of hate that we've been living in. This is the time that we create this hell we've been living in into heaven. But other than that, Awakened Ones, I'll see you on the next one with bliss and love. I adore all of you. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button, and follow me on Instagram. See you on the next one. Namaste.